pass at that time. We'll begin by considering approval of the Planning Commission meeting minutes of March 12th, 2018.
Motion approved?
Second.
Motion by Bartlett, second by Hannah. Anyone wish to change or amend those minutes in any way? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Council Representative Report. Alderperson Truill.
Thank you, Your Honor. From the items that were actually in that last meeting, council did approve the composting, approved the CSM in Dunkirk, and tomorrow evening we have the Berry Street deck that we'll be taking up.
All right, thank you.
That's it.
And the status of current developments, Rodney.
Contained in your packet is the normal summary, but I was going to highlight a couple items. Dunkin' Donuts has been reinvigorated. That project has moved forward, and they've started finishing the construction on that project. Pancake House actually is opened up.
Pancake Cafe.
I'm sorry, it says Pancake House, but yes, Pancake Cafe has opened up and is working along. McFarland State Bank has been in to obtain their permit. They brought in their state-approved plans, so they'll be starting construction very soon. And the Public Works building actually started construction about a week ago, so you'll see the site looks a lot different out there right now already. So.
Yeah, that's exciting. All right, any questions?
Perhaps just a couple other quick things, Mayor, and that is just an update on, I know it's more my other committee than here, but the demolition continues down on the riverfront. They are turning their attention now to the carpet warehouse building will be next. And we have, I did execute as for the RDA the demolition change order to continue to do the highway trailer building, which they'll move on later on this year. But just wanted to let folks know that we continue to hopefully clean up down along the riverfront.
Thank you, Scott. Okay, we'll move to agenda item number 5. Craig Slager, Paul Davis Restoration, is requesting approval of a second-story rear addition at 617 West Main Street.
Your packet contains a great deal of information. Really what's happening is the structure was in a fire, and we'll have Mr. Slager describe it. But the essence of it is they're adding on to the second story, or to create an addition on to the building. The physical footprint of the building is not expanding, but the building is being enlarged in the rear portion of the structure. So, Craig?
Welcome.
So as Rodney said, there was a fire there a couple months ago now, and the fire was extensive enough where we had to gut the interior of the building. So we've met out there a couple of times with Steve Kittleson and Joe Berkland, the owner, and I have been discussing fixing some of the issues with an older property like that. Probably the most significant of which is this back portion of the building that had this strange addition put onto it years ago, and that section of the building happens to be the part that's most ravaged by fire, so it has to be taken apart anyways. And because of that, the idea, the concept for adding another story above what's there currently to add a little bit more tenable space, make the space more tenable, better for tenants themselves, get rid of a couple of flat roof areas that are trouble areas in terms of maintenance and things like that, as well as eliminate a stair and put it in a better location and reframe it so that it's safer than it currently is. That's the gist of it. None of the work that we're doing is visible at all from basically any neighbor, including those around all sides, especially the street side. In addition to that, Joe is investing in having the building re-sided, so we'll be getting rid of the baby blue feature down Main Street and something a little bit more conventional as well. So
Looks like some nice upgrades for the property.
definitely.
Very nice. Okay, questions or comments from our planning commissioners? Commissioner Barman.
I actually own 2 properties right next door,
Oh, really?
and I can see the backside a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
I think it makes sense to go up. My question is, on the view from the south, being that is, I mean, you do have some blockage, but that's kind of the southern exposure. I was kind of curious as to why we don't have more window exposure on part of, is that where the stairs goes up?
The stairs is there, so you should have a floor plan there, but that, to the left of that elevation is exactly that. That's the reason for it.
Okay,
So on the, I guess it'd be the west elevation, the door that leads into that stairwell will likely have glass in it to help light it, but
okay,
the decision wasn't to put a window there because we could put we could put glass in the door, and putting something up on the second story didn't make any sense because you can't access it very easily,
okay.
that being a
I
stairwell.
would just have thought it would have made the building look a little bit
It definitely,
nicer from that. Plus, that's the side that looks onto the backyard versus onto the pavement.
yep.
But I would have thought it would have made more sense to have windows here.
It actually does, and that, having drawn those elevations, that consideration was given, but because of the stairwell, it was eliminated, or it was removed from consideration, I guess.
Thank you. Other comments or questions? Do you have another question, Todd?
Just one question about whether I have to recuse myself because I'm an adjacent property owner, or if I can still vote one way or
As
the
long
other.
as you don't have any financial gain,
Okay.
you're not going to hold him at.
No.
No.
Thanks.
All right. With no further questions, all those,
Motion to approve.
oh, we
Second.
do need that, don't we? Thank you. I was moving right along. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Agenda item 6, Tim Thorson of Royal Oak Engineering is requesting approval of an extraterritorial certified survey map. Request to combine properties at 3318 Quam Drive, Town of Dunn.
Containing your packet is the materials related to this. You will note that there is a need for us to grant an exception, if you will, to our ETJ policies because it's creating a parcel that's less than an acre in size. But in reality, we're making a larger parcel by the action that we're doing here because we're combining 2 existing parcels. You can understand why the lots were small. It's a lakefront, 2 lakefront properties that are now being proposed to be combined into one. This still requires the town to be supportive of it in order for it to be approved.
Thank you.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion by Truul, second by Engelberger. Questions or comments? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Future agenda items.
Well, we'll have some ordinance revisions to come back. We're continuing to work on those. With the slate of turnover that's going to occur here, it really makes sense to have everybody involved in that discussion again before we come with a final version, if you will. So we hope to be able to have that at the next month's meeting with whatever slate of commissioners we have.
Who's left?
All right, there is one motion left.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
Motion by Engelberger, second by Truul. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you.
First meeting I've
Must be one of the shorter meetings.
Dick?
I figured they needed to.
Geez, I come at like 3 minutes after and you're already on agenda item 5. What's going on? Usually
don't
you
waste
started
time
a couple
here,
minutes after.
Efficient government.
We have things to do.
Holy man.
Thank you for everything, Rodney.
Thank you for your time here. Thanks for participating. It's been good. I'll definitely have different spokespeople at the council now for this body, because
That's right.
2 of
It's
the
been those
3
guys,
council
yeah.
members are,
Who's guys? Yeah.
well, 3 elected
Yeah.
officials will no longer be a part of it, so.
If you want, we can sit in the back and comment. I mean,
We could
Is
help.
that what you call heckling and jeering, commenting?
Peanut gallery.
Nicholson's Woods?
Yeah.
What is that one out there in 51 where they?
Wiped all the
Yeah,
trees away.
exactly.
Done too?
I'm done.
That's in the extraterritorial area.
Yeah.
Good luck. I'm sure we'll see you around.
Council or people, I don't even know which group it was, somebody was talking about, oh my God, did you see how awful that is? How does that happen if the city indeed has some kind of permit granting or permit withholding authority? How did that happen?
Well, it's not city limits, so.
No, I know
Yeah,
that.
when, if they come to build, then we'll see something. So we're expecting expecting they'll annex at some point. They'll have to meet.
But that's what extraterritorial means. It means it's not in the city.
But it is, Rodney, is that, Nicholson, was that already zoned agriculture with the trees? Well,
No, I know that. But what is that extraterritorial, I'm trying to ask what extraterritorial zoning means.
We don't have extraterritorial zone, we have extraterritorial jurisdiction.
you
Over
send
land
out
divisions. ETJ, we do not have an extraterritorial zoning control.
So just for the land divisions.
You gotta find
Like
it
that.
first, right?
So if they want to break up that parcel out there, they